it's why often these kind of almost regional derbies, you know, when two teams of either a similar region or, you know, a similar practice pool, when they often meet, it looks so unlike what you normally expect because they're so hyper aware of each other. It's brilliant to watch in this, but we are going to be jumping into this any second now, so we can start really getting into it. And we're here. Look at us go. We actually made it to the poster thing in game. Nice. And shout out to the observers, of course, Sapphire, Prius, and Yeti, who've been with us the entire time doing wonderful work. No T-Tours to be seen, just Pokemon spams in chat currently. But I can now focus on the game because Yampy is the raid boss, and he's going walkabouts with a frenzy, and I see 4 players on the other side, and there's always danger. You can see the anti-flash wall back in just in case from the other side, but caught regardless and going to be sent just for a second to hit the stops.
I'm not sure how many Yampy actually spotted there because they're going to leave 2 on B side. At least no kind of re-explore towards mid. And Yampy comes through. Actually, once again, we'll find Magnum punishes Fnatic to hanging around here in a lobby, and he's still getting feisty. Orb will be retrieved, and Yampy now, I think, wanted to try and close that distance.
You know he's double dipping.
Yeah,
you know
yeah. I mean, he's still basically 100 HP, man. Of course he's going to.
It's just like you can see this just like every second, like, no, I'm gonna peek that corner. Fnatic waited for that, and now they burst towards the side. Already Link gonna be having to task with dealing with Dirk, and he does very well actually. Still alive in 48, but can't make much more of it, but did the best he could with a bad scenario. A 3v2 begins, Scream towards heaven. Cryptics not too far off either. Great quick pickup for Doma, no trade available for Cryptics.
It's now very difficult here. Boaster eventually regrouping through a main here, and both players on site going to tuck into hell. Mystic and Doma in very good position. A flash comes through, going to get the audio cue here, so Cryptic's got to make a move, find the headshot, but nothing else, and Doma will close that one out. And Fnatic, again, we talk about the pistol rounds sometimes slipping through their fingers. This one, well considered, well managed, and again, Yampy comes through and punishes Fnatic for kind of staying in a lobby as long as they did. But ultimately, yeah, a little bit of discipline to come back through and hold on, and anticipating Yampy doing what he does best, right, which is playing aggressively. You know, being unorthodox, coming through and trying to re-aggress once again into A main.
Okay, quick intention shown from Fnatic, instantly leaning towards B, and there's no default held. This is going to be somewhat all in. You might have a quick reaction coming up from short. Keep your eyes on Yampy if he gets a bit of a move on, but by now Fnatic already on the site, just trying to keep those Spectres, the Frenzies, all within range where they can excel, and Magnum does just that. Lovely side take, all so well considered, very choreographed in this.
Dirk actually slips through the smoke here. Yampy sat just outside it. Now, still 4 members of Fnatic to deal with here, and Scream and Link eventually joining forces. Plus Sheriffs, so definitely a possibility. I mean, Boaster's still down on the Classic here, trying to ride through, build some economy early on, but 3 Spectres to deal with, and they've got to dig them out of Boathouse at backside, so whether or not Liquid opt to just try and play damage here. Looks as if that's going to be the case, yeah, as the spike ticking away.
See if they can catch him. Yampy with another. Good work. Magnum, that's 3. Not going to get any more, put to bed by Link. And the damage, well, it's pretty decent. Taking 3 away, but you saw they're being very cautious on this purchase as well. Boaster was, you know, as you said, riding the pistol for quite some time in that, so they should still be fine coming into this round.
Well, I think they only purchased 3 Spectres. I'm pretty sure Durka was on a frenzy. So it's actually only 3 SMGs they've invested in there. So I've just gone all out for that. Again, coordinated hit on the back of the utility, which works so well. I mean, ultimately, if everybody's blind, it doesn't matter what weapon you've got, right? And with Magnum leading the charge with one of those Spectres, didn't end up mattering all that much as... Now, I was going to say, yeah, Boaster was still hovering a Classic on. Surely not for a 3rd round, right?
No. So we do have the buy coming back in. Looking at what Fnatic bring into this one, we do have Durka on the rifle, Magnum on the rifle, but of course, rifles across the board, excluding Scream for Liquid. Now, last time these two met, you've got to remind yourself, this was a Liquid victory last time. It was a longer series, the best of 5, but now we go back in on this. Durka receives a lot of damage to begin with. Doesn't quite slow the roll though. Magnum quickly going to pick up the pace with him. Boaster going to try and get that info towards Market. Does so. Forces Scream slightly further away here as Magnum will take that angle happily. Look at those headshots. He's handing them out like it's free. Down to 9 HP though. Still a player on the side. Cryptix now has so many angles to worry about and he can't deal with it all. Soulcast try to keep his head down, but Magnum again. This sight take from this man is just perfect.
It's the second time we've seen Magnum as the Cypher play the entry as part of this execution onto B site. Also, Yampy down to 26 HP now. Link 100 HP, but difficult nonetheless, especially with Mystic cleaning up Yampy there. Link's got to respect it now. Got to fall back, trying to hold on to this Phantom. Yeah. Yeah, again, this is another one where they rode through from the previous round. Absolutely rolling in the credits. Again, it's that B hit is just so clean, and again, it's midway through that, like part way through the execution, they're able to just slow things down by taking control of stairs and getting everybody stacked up just outside lane. They have this ability to kind of just sit there for 5 to 10 seconds and anticipate Liquid coming back through market, anticipate, you know, the reaggress through spawn. They're not even bothered about finding the kills on spawn initially. It's to isolate them. It's to cut them off. Make sure that they can't kind of have any reinforcements come through. They actually prioritize the players in rotation. This is why you see Magnum take this position here. Again, lots of damage goes on to Yampy's got to dash away, find Scream. Those are the first 2 points of contact to come and bail Cryptics and Soulcast out on site.
It's phenomenal to watch. Now, keep in mind, they've really only conditioned them to this kind of very well done B execute. They did that A hit off the back of the pistol, but that wasn't, it's not really too much to read into it. That was just kind of the punish eventually on Yampy and then the good site take. But this is going to be hard for Liquid to handle because they've already been, as said, kind of like, well, okay, it's going to be a little bit tricky to hold B if we take it lightly. Scream out of nowhere does find Durka, though. You take those starts. And now Fnatic down to the 4. And the buy back in here from Liquid is shoddy by all accounts. Yampy going to try and fill that gap a little with the ult, but Link being a little lonely on the site here. Smoke out towards short, maybe Yampy a little paranoid, but Link does get the information that is going to be coming through from main.
Yampy going to try and play very close up, but misses the right click here. So now just down to the classic. He's going to get cleared out by this Trailblazer. He's got to be forced back in. Link
Good work.
Will be isolated, but he'll find one on the way out.
Oh, this work between Yampy and Link is so well done!
No
the push
way.
and pull between the two was perfect. One takes the attention, even on the classic, Yampy still stood there, let Link get the shot on him, the dip back in through short, using the utility so well. That was a lovely bit of synergy between the two, and I cannot credit them enough for that.
I mean, that's all on the back of Link finding that first kill. As soon as he finds that, like you said, Yampy times it perfectly to swing back through. Ultimately, he's trying to fight for that weapon there, but finds the classic kill onto Doma. A brilliant round. The Prime Gaming flawless coming out from Liquid there on a rounder. You got to say, initially, when you see Yampy miss the right click and you know that Link is kind of isolated here.
I'm worried.
Yeah, very worried.
Massive, massive round for Liquid to turn, because they would have been right in the pockets then, but no. Fight their way back through. We've already seen what a judge can do on this map, especially in the hands of Yampy, but now it's going to be Cryptics and Soulcast having to suffer through on this. Close angles being held, as his life quite literally does depend on it, and it's just him. Scream does lean back over here, but see what the go signal is on this one. Durka happy to be the first man forward, Magnum in second, and these takes have been good.
Up here, yeah.
Here we go.
Try and smoke himself in here, but Cryptics creeps through. The slow is perfect. Magnum gets isolated inside. Scream comes through. Finds 2-3 now.
This is perfection personified already. This play between the two. We saw it on the other side. We saw it on that A take. Now we see it on B. The push and pull, the attention drawn in the most perfect way. And you saw it so clearly. Durka isolated the slow, just denying that next layer to come in behind him. And then the push-up comes out from that judge. Brilliance shown by Liquid there to be able to handle that hit. I was worried they wouldn't have an answer to what Fnatic were doing, but very quickly they've quelled that doubt instantly.
Really, really good stuff, and Mystic got to hold on to this Vandal. So again, Fnatic should have pretty comfortable purchase with how the first few rounds went for them. Again, now we start looking towards ultimate progress, and nothing really online for either team. Mystic with the Viper's Pit, but Durka one away from the Blade Storm, Boaster 2 off the Seekers as well. So just come back to this again. You're absolutely right. See here, Durka's like, oh yeah, got to deal with the close contact guy, right? And Scream just swings around the back of his Cloudburst and finds 3 huge kills there. Keep Cryptics alive and kicking in that round. See Fnatic leaning towards a lobby this time. He's just going to try and get hold of this orb. And there's no Yampy over this side. He's got the operator this time. He's in mid.
We're just going to walk mid knowing Yampy. We'll have to wait and see. It's Scream tasked with dealing with this potentially. Puts himself quite tucked in towards Wine here. Does he commit to this now? He's got the utility to do so for a little bit longer if he wants it. Maybe just add that paranoia that it's another position to clear. Leaves Yampy more room to clear in towards mid. Scream has that wall ready. Doesn't want to overstep. Wall goes up. Gives a little bit more safety to Link as we look towards the rest of the map. And you can see Doma here maybe trying to catch that over-aggression from Yampy, but it's not been shown just yet. He's showing patience.
And Durka did retrieve that orb for the Blade Storm. That's what we hear get popped. Going back through tiles. Stolkas, I think, only spots Magnum with that owl drone. There's not too much information gathered off that, but Yampy's still got a good hold on mid. I'm going to hear the paranoia sent through, and that's going to pull him away from mid, actually. And Fnatic, of this little bait here, just off the paranoia, going to isolate Yampy, at least. Durka going to try and close the distance. He finds the kill.
That's so smart. Even just jumping on that corner
left.
to make sure, if anything, it's a tag, not a full-on kill, gives him the advantage, especially with the knives as well. So well considered, and even the tiniest plays flash through the wall, they go in. It's Link on the side. He does have support, though. Not alone this time, only good for one, but Scream's going to wait so patiently. Just prowling in the depths of hell. He's going to grab Doma. He wants more, doesn't get more. Yes, he does! Dirk is gone, and now Scream engages. 50 HP, but he can maybe get himself back up and situated if he needs to. Dips up. What? He doesn't need help! He does not need any more assistance to get these sort of kills. The man's already a monster. But Boaster left in the 1v2. The HP's gone. Scream's had a round.
I just saw Mystic just throw his hands up in the air, just like, what? Scream hits him with the backpedaling wallbang headshot. That was absolutely crazy. What a hold from Scream. Again, Link taking first contact, throws himself almost a lamb to the slaughter. Scream able to just ride the wave in hell, to sit there.
Hello.
Again, I think Fnatic as well put so much faith in a beautifully executed fake on B, but again, they think that Link's just the anchor, right? They leave him here. Yeah, I didn't want to see that again. I did not want to see that again.
Nasty.
The second one
It's meant
as
to be
well.
family friendly, man. Don't show that.
Look at him, yeah, look at him. Look.
What are you meant to do? What are you meant to do against that? 3-3 now. The answer's been had. Whether it be a good kind of reposition, lovely combination play between two players, or just a Scream round, these are all the things that make Liquid still one of the most deadly teams out there. Yampy this time does get noted once again in middle, but rather than backing away, he perseveres forward.
I've got your trail.
Yeah, Yampy get. Yeah, Seeker's invested. Yampy's just going to pull away from mid here, but the hit's already come through. Fnatic. Look at how aggressive they're being here. They're going to rat spawn.
Oh, and Scream's looking a little worried in this one now. So much pressure coming his way. The slow goes down.
No way.
Scream! What a moment to find two. He may have just kept this round at least somewhat manageable. Cryptic slow does do well towards Boaster. Now look at what's left. Doma and Magnum. The spike is in CT pretty much at this point. Hard to recover. They want an extra pick. They're going to hit the brakes for a second. 50 to play with as well. Cryptix has to give away position. Double stack towards Market. The face comes through. Magnum up close and personal. Shoves the barrel down the throat of Cryptix. And now it's...
You're about to get spiked.
So hard. Well, it wasn't that deep towards CT. I thought it was a little bit deeper, but they're fine.
30 seconds
Oh
left.
no, look at Link. Link stayed here the whole time, once again playing anchor. He's going to get this kill.
Spike planted.
Down, he's trying to play the time, but he's lost track of him, but he's predicted it perfectly. Link knows exactly what's up. Played it just to perfection in the end, catching the final player of Magnum. The defuse comes out and Liquid hold again. Scream bailing them out with 2 kills there that were massive, still holding presence throughout the map. I'm amazed they got away with that, but Link, that patience paying dividends.
Beautiful bet. And again, I didn't spot exactly when Doma's ultimate comes on life. It was already there, but again, for Link to have the presence of mind to even consider the possibility with the spike falling here, that Doma's going to hit this rotate.
One enemy remaining.
Soulcast,
Which is great.
again, perfect. Knows that Magnum's going to be the one trailing. 2 1v1s. And again, finding 2 kills, completely shutting that down.
You don't often get to see a bad game from Scream, but the last map, it wasn't his best. Sitting, I think it was like 14 to 19, very middle of the board. And if this is the wake-up call, if this is when you start seeing it become the headshot machine, this is when things could change. We'll see though, wall goes up. Gonna slow down this potential burst the Fnatic might have wanted.
I love this as well. Again, just reading the economy here, knowing that even if they do invest a couple of bits, going to play distance now. You see Scream and Cryptics actually drifting back onto the site. They want the utility to do the hard work for them. Wall goes up. There's a turret, alarm bot, double nano swarm set up on lane as well. Liquid don't bite on the contact elsewhere. Boaster still trying to give them some information, but here comes the hit on B once again.
You can see the utility intention perfectly now. Lovely overview there just to highlight how smothering this hit is, but Scream just breaks out again. Just gives them a double whenever required. It's not just one, it's 2. He makes it look so simple. Soulcast can now catch the stairs push if needed. Bit of an overstep by Cryptics, but it's fine. It tees up Soulcast on this cross. And the accuracy is on point here. Couldn't quite convert on Doma, but now Doma put in a bad spot. Scream at the back by Boathouse, and what are you meant to do with this? Trying to bait the peak, and Scream's having absolutely none of what he's trying to sell. Liquid gonna keep working forward, and as we said, look, if Scream comes online this game and he keeps bailing them out with these great little kills here and there, these two pieces being picked up, it's everything you'd want.
And seeing this composition, I know you were talking about this the other day, just giving Scream the opportunity to put himself in a position where he can take a fight, come away, and then heal, and then stop people from pushing him even further.
Liquid's hands.
Fnatic back on the buy round. Expected them to maybe turn the tides now. Liquid built up themselves a nice little buffer to the economy. A couple of key ultimates online. The Hunter's Fury, the lockdown. Scream still with that revive. Hasn't even needed it, I've got to say, in the last few rounds that he has had it available with how many kills he's putting up. A little bit of a readjustment once again. It's Yampy and Cryptics this time. Yampy with that operator in hand, holding down spawn towards B main. A couple of probes sent out for information. Nobody really giving too much away on either side.
No. Scream, there was a moment where he might have crested that corner, but no, slips back away towards site, maintains position, doesn't get over Aggie on this one. Boaster again showing a little bit more, clears wine, goes back in, doesn't check right, looks to the left, so keep in mind Link is still somewhat unchecked on. I don't think he turned the blind completely, so Link probably a little white in this, but
30 seconds
come out
left.
by now. This is going to be a late round hit, and you're going to have Scream and Link in good combination. Now, do they check on him? Yeah, no. Link gets unchecked on, but it is a 2-for-1 trade. Good work from Mystic on the spacing there to be able to get that kill on Link and not let it get too far. Now the ultimate comes in as well.
Yeah, Neurotheft, you give away the information that Liquid is still very far away from Heaven. You see they come back to try and check if there's a lurk. Now going to come through and split 2-1 actually across Heaven and Tree.
Look at these post plants. Vipers there. This is a hard round to play back in on. Even with Yampy on that op, it's hard to make this work in retake scenarios through Heaven. The double stack on towards Tree. They're going to double face together, but they both lose their life. Doma, always good for these valuable kills, but Yampy, I'm backing away slowly but surely, trying to not make a sound on this. Wants to keep that up for further play, further rounds, but Fnatic, what a take in the end.
Yeah, really, really nice hit. Again, just holding out, and Scream gets hard cleared. Again, just this simple wall here to cut off the door angle. It allows them to kind of move up freely towards Tree and isolate kind of just those 2 key angles on the way in, but Boaster with the hard clearance. Link finally shows. Like you said, it gets traded out. Well handled here, and again, Magnum just sending out a couple of shots here. Makes Cryptics and Soulcast just consider the fact that Doma's repositioned after that recon bolt. Ping both of them actually in Tree. Really well played between Doma and Magnum there. Nothing invested though on the side of Liquid. Again, they just kind of let that one play out. as it happened. Lockdown, revive, and the Hunter's Fury still
This
available.
is still-
Scream, no!
He still gets headshots. You don't even need to scream. It's overkill. Ah. Okay. And he passed it back off to Yampy like, all right, well, this is how you can do it if you want to. You can give it a try. Dirk is probably not happy with that, and he's not really found much space here as an individual. I'd say the collective of Fnatic is fine, but it's not been one of that one-man show that we've seen from him before. Inside the site take, lean towards Azon, and that rotation catch in middle is in place, but it's taking the site with only 3.
Soulcast trying to clear through with the Owl drone here. Let's see. Spots out one player finally. Magnum managed to thread the needle though, and he might be here to greet Soulcast. The flash actually going to bait him in there. Soulcast spotted the barrel. He will find that kill. And that's the lurk removed. Magnum, we know, so much on Ascent, but more so on maps like Icebox. Actually gets lots of value through there, but the hit comes through on A site. 2 kills go through. Soulcast trades one back through. We'll retreat now. Hunter's Fury available and Liquid in a 3v2.
A bit of a love tap towards Yampy there, but Soulcast trying to isolate, and he does manage to catch, I think, on the end. And Mystic, what is this? Yeah, locks down towards Heaven. Now they have to work this out with 2. Boaster and Mystic, what do you have in this? Against 3, they know where Soulcast is. Lockdown's in effect. He's gonna have to make his mind up. 5-4, and a couple more seconds.
No.
Yampy, big pickup now. Boaster in a 1v3. Turret gets invested. They've read the position well, and Cryptics. Big deny,
Great
and
retake.
Liquid carry on. That retake was fantastic.
Really, really well played. Again, kind of everything thrown into that Hunter's Fury and the Lockdown. 2 massive ultimates to invest, but Scream. Again, we've seen him do this a couple of times. Just and again, it's another one of those things that these tiny adjustments, and I say tiny adjustment, but putting an operator on Scream and getting him posted up on that market wall, it's just another thing that kind of throws a spanner in the works for all this hard work that Fnatic's done in the early rounds of this half to try and figure out these different setups from Liquid.
4-6. You can see the way the rounds have gone. Once these rifles have come out, Liquid have truly got a grasp on this, and none of the answers quite yet for Fnatic have felt like they've really made much of an impact, but the difference a pistol round can make, eh? Let's see Fnatic actually on them. Investment of utility there. You can see how keen this is. Going to clear out towards the top side of tree over by shot. Hello? Okay, Durka, fair enough. I mean, Scream's had a couple. Why don't you get a freebie? So already the player advantage does go towards Fnatic here on this take.
Ring comes back through on Heaven, though. Going to find Doma. Durka will dig Link out of hell now, but 2 players already up close here, and actually Mystic nearly gets caught off guard there. It'll be Durka that falls to Cryptics. Magnum will trade that one out.
Spike's not even down.
I was going to say, yeah, Spike not down. Fnatic still with a man advantage, and finally comes through on the back of Boaster.
Ooh. Timing on that crosser. Little squeaky on it, but Spike will be planted out. The double stack playing back in as well. Scream one of them, though.
Spike planted.
Yampy on the op. And time being bought. Does he get a glimpse? No. Mystic stays unnoted for now. Boaster back of sight. Still worried about Heaven. Right to be done. And now Mystic does get screamed. That's around pretty much done. Yampy needs to back away again. This is going to turn into a bit of Jame time for those in the know. But Yampy does want to keep that up for the later rounds. Maybe feeling right place, right time. It can work out well for him. Oh, I think he just slipped through the net. So, see if Boaster checks on this. He's looking like he wants to. Oh no, that's horrible. Right, Op's gone. Good answer found for Fnatic there.
Yeah.
And again, these side takes, I don't think, as much as yes, this has been
Round before the
a good couple of rounds from Liquid, I've been very impressed with the side takes still from Fnatic.
Excuse me? Sorry.
Yep.
Can we...
Yep.
Okay.
We don't talk
We'll
about
come back to that. We'll come back to that later. The sight hit was really good, Lauren. One thing I actually really liked was the poison orb going through to all the way through to glass, actually, to cover Domas from the shadows, right? And again, anticipating that, you know, maybe if they do rotate Yampy across, and Screams like to play very, very close contact on A main. I love that little adjustment there to kind of negate the risk on sending Doma towards the back lines. But just for the record, gonna need to see that Durka in 0.25.
Yampy's seen a pixel out of place there. But it's going to be Link who's going to be receiving the vast majority of the side.
Careful
And they've been checking on this. Bosa's been putting down utility to clear it. Now there's a complementary position though on the other side from Soulcast. Now smoked off though, Link does get flashed out, checked on. Great diligence shown already from Fnatic on this take. Soulcast has to peel away now. And it should be postured for a retake straight away. You can already see that Fnatic have gateway to the site.
Arrow, dealt with quick enough that Soulcast can't find a kill on the way through. So Fnatic keep 5 alive. Blade Storm and the revive, but again, they can't get that revive in one. It's actually going to find one in hell here in response to bring it to a 4v4.
And Yampi's on a mad flank. Now, Doma is towards Wine, but now position noted on either side. They can just buy time on each other. It's going to be that annoying battle to deal with because they'd love to be able to use this as the first step forward, but Yampi has to get the ult going as well. That op is not going to do it! Say hello to his little friend. Doma's now dead, and here comes the side take. Scream going to lead in towards Boaster. Rez comes in, you called it. Durka and Mystic now just Mystic alive, and they already cleared through the post-plant positioning for the Viper, and the good play back in. This retake from Liquid is brilliant.
So well played. Again, it's, I mean, Yampi with the Blade Storm online, you can send him on that flank. Again, if he gets spotted out, it's so difficult for him to fight back in with that operator, but he's got the Blade Storm. Closes the distance on Doma, isolates that kill, and ultimately Doma's the last kind of, prong on the fork, so to say, with that game plan. They want to leave him in wine to be the person to play, ultimately to peek onto this defuse. A little bit of an awkward engagement there between Durka and Cryptix, and that results in the res coming through again. Scream secures his own revive. Low HP. And Liquid close out 7-5. A big condition when we talk about win conditions here. Really. It's having a stronger side for them. Again, attack-wise for Liquid. This is when it comes back to, that minor adjustment of Scream gun onto the Sage, but defensively to find more value, so I'd say it looked better at least with him on defense. It's a big tick in the box for me. We'll see how they put it to work here and adjust some of these set pieces we see from Liquid.
Boaster gets a lot of info off just the audio cues alone on this, but Yampi's already towards the site. Now there is 3 players very close by. And you'll see the commitment off the back. Yampi again going to be kept in check, and he's going to be tagged up brutally on this. 16 HP is no fun for anyone. And the work forward is going to be hard. You can already see Boaster tries to capitalize on the timing, doesn't quite catch it. Soulcast on the punish, but Magnum's still here. You still have players around. Mystic, back of sight though, gets checked on. Great take from Liquid here. 4 stand, Spike now planted. No easy play back in between Durka and Doma.
Actually, Durka going to make use of the Sage Wall in B main. Set up there, but Liquid will close out the pistol. Get the ball rolling in this second half. Scream at 19 and 8 here. Again, we've seen it before, but when he starts stamping his foot down on a map, it's so beautiful to watch. Yeah, nothing invested back in, I guess at least in terms of main weapons. Doma going to throw a Sheriff in, Durka throw a Ghost in, but just utility elsewhere. This time the focus going to be the A site.
We've heard at least one player cross. Don't know how much info they get off the back of it. Doma tries to follow towards Yampi, who's going to get towards the side, but he adjusts well. Good work between Durka and him to be able to get Yampi and Cryptix down, but guns still do favor the Liquid side. They do have 3 still to play with. Link does have some site control, just trying to clear out meticulously. There's plenty of threats around. None of these guns are recoverable yet, but still
this is so quick.
Problems.
There's
a lot of players surrounding.
Spot.
Soulcast tries to find info towards Heaven. Now, Magnum does give away that his position is now in play. Spike is down, and here we go. Can Liquid hold this against what's going to be a bit of a Zerg rush coming back in? Magnum already going to be looking to be able to start this. Not afraid to show position. Maybe pull eyes away. There's a dash comes in. Good trade comes out. Durka finding Scream, but Link digs his heels in. Mystic needs it, can't get it. There's the next player, though. Boaster leans further forward. It's all on Link. Just with the pistol by his side, 2 players to find, and he doesn't get it. What a play back through for Fnatic.
Great stuff. Really, and the fact that Homer and Durka find those first 2 kills, it's a 2-for-1 in their favor, like you said. And Liquid have to put the brakes on. They try and cling on to site control, anticipating that hit coming through from Fnatic. But the whole time, actually, Fnatic just waiting on Magnum to get to that spot towards one. Like I said, he was there so quickly. Again, I have to take a look. Actually, here on the minimap, look where he's already walking, Lauren. Before the hit even comes through. That's on the back of Doma just getting contact on the cloudburst for them to clear wine. Great stuff from Magnum. Again, you talk bigger picture positionally there. Really, really good stuff for Fnatic to sit back and wait for all that to happen.
Now we got a bit of a game on our hands, because this is build back economy-wise for Fnatic. They should be able to get a couple more on the board. It looks thick bear, just straight up crushing. 6 to 8 though, we're right back into this, and we were kind of talking about the impact of the previous round, and we can kind of almost carry on very conversationally here, because unless something quite miraculous does come through for Liquid on this, it's going to be a tough round. Now, the timing on Durka could be interesting here. He just cleared that corner. Now needs to back away, because there is just going to be sheriffs, ghosts, bits and bobs. A little bit of light armor invested for Link, though.
Scout destroyed.
They're both are going to spot out. I think just one, actually. Cryptix was playing deep enough there that he wouldn't have been spotted with the short-sighted Trailblazer. Solcas and Scream still trying to figure out exactly where Durka's repositioned to, and just slowing things down here. Liquid trying to isolate one player at least. Now, no information on the back of that flash, I don't think. At least I didn't see anybody get flashed there. And Yampi's going to creep through.
A little dicey, but no problem yet. Yampi's gone down to Doma. Durka's still feeling like, okay, there's way too many players close to this. Magnum's helping him out on this double stack on short. And I'm looking towards seeing what Link can do here. He's been given a little bit of time to try and snake away. But I think that's been potentially noted. Already, you can see Magnum turning attention towards it. Yeah, he's like, no, I heard you, bud. Not going to happen. Really well held by Fnatic. No threads to be pulled on for Liquid there. No opportunities really garnered. There's a little bit of room, I guess, for Yampi at one moment, but beyond that, it was very quickly handled.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if anybody in the back line got flashed just outside a lobby with Boaster sending that flash out. Actually, Doma, yeah. Perfectly positioned, actually, for Boaster to be in a... Okay, yeah. Well, almost, I was going to say not as insane as Durka's tap through smoke, but Magnum finding another one as well. But yeah, I'm not sure if anybody in the back line got flashed there, because it looked as if Fnatic just didn't want to stray away from that formation. They were set. They were stuck in position.
I was so ready for that A-take as well. You could see it. Flash in hand, everything. Up short. Does get the info required, so that could now maybe alleviate Durka to feel a little bit more freedom to make these plays if he wanted to. There is a turret waiting to catch on the other side, but on the other side of this, it's going to be Yampi trying to lead the way in. He gets denied it. Doma now gets to hold territory. Good utility work coming out from Boaster there, just to quell Yampi's aggression again. And Durka going to be waiting on that cross. If he doesn't get checked on, he's going to get away with murder.
Paranoia as well, but now Yampi's got reinforcements here. Scream going to try and counter peek off him. He will get the best of him. A trade comes through from Boaster, but Durka now at full stream. The first headshot comes through. Yampi will fall. Got to play his life, though.
Does, and with that pickup in middle, that's a bit of a problem. This opens up the rest of the map slightly. Keep your eye on the spike and where they want to take this. Solcas leaning towards A after Cryptix does get a fair crack of control. So for Mystic and Magnum, it's going to be a arduous retake.
30 seconds left.
Some way off, and now confirmation. The spike will be going down. They'll have time to set up on this. Now, Solcas does have a fair bit in utility. So does Cryptix, actually. So this is going to be hard to find a way back in from Mystic and Magnum. What can you do to try and dig these players out? Both posted towards Hell.
Looks like Mystic's got a lineup to deal with at least one corner here. The Nano Swarm already set up for Heaven as well. I'm going to stop that push coming through on the back of the utility getting invested. Magnum actually going to charge to try and close the distance here. Going to find the headshot, but no kill. Cryptix deals with it.
And you can see just the time being bought here. So much utility to work through. Mystic knows he's in all kinds of trouble. A touch on the spike does get one, but Cryptix the time. He's just got to play it. And there's no time left. Mystic, don't think he's going to even get out of there. No. A good round in the end from Team Liquid, even though it looked a little sketchy, but they kept control.
Again, a nice play from Mystic as well, just to make sure that everything's removed to reset the inventory, I guess. for Liquid on this round. Great setup there. Magnum, unfortunately, again, the headshot comes through. It doesn't do enough there. See, actually, yeah, I mean, on the back of that, Liquid are struggling. They've got the Blade Storm to ride through, but light armors and a Spectre on the board here. And
Dirk is going for a walk. That's pretty brave. He has to get out of there. The spam's coming in. Everyone wants to just try and punish this sort of aggression, but he makes it out with 50 HP for now. But this has all been noted. This has all been read. Magnum, he's going to be none the wiser. They're playing right up towards middle. Wait, Yappy's walked past him. What? How's Magnum alive? I don't understand this. Ult now comes up. They're going to see all of this. This is just chaos in every single way you could imagine. Seekers go down. More confirmation of position. Link now left towards middle. And this is just a weird round. Soulcast is trying to play it back in. But what on earth just happened?
I mean, the trust there. Soulcast going to desperately try and find a kill on the way out here. Hunter's Fury invested as well in this one, somewhere in the mix. Now finds himself on a 1v5, and one of the players that actually was riding the Spectre into this one, he will be dealt with. The Prime Gaming Flawless from Fnatic, and I gotta say, I don't know what kind of contingency or safety net was in place there to make sure that Magnum doesn't get pushed in mid. We talk about, you know, the way that they play with the Cypher very differently to set up these traps around the utility of the spy cam. You can see here, he's set up, and like you said, Yampy just walks right past him. I'm not sure what the safety net is to make sure that that doesn't happen, and he's so lucky, I guess, that Liquid just a little bit complacent on that push through, or maybe, you know, not enough discipline to kind of really full check all these corners in market, and it punishes them.
Look at the pace, though, right back into it. Yampy not going to stop for a second. The man just knows where that W key is. He ain't going to stop. Boaster does catch Soulcast on the way in, though, which could be a good way to at least alleviate some of the pressure from the post plant that could be coming through. Now Link going to get the spike down. Scream tasked with catching the flank, and it's going to be Yampy to deal with that market play back through from Durka and Boaster, but yeah, he's going to get checked on, and that's going to be already a little bit of a problem. Actually trying to get proactive on it, tries to jump across on the peak, but Magnum catching from CT. Still, I guess a spike plant's pretty solid in this for them, and managing to get this far, and a Scream just plays aim training on him, but outgunned drastically. Position noted. This one's a wrap.
Yeah, nice little pace change from Liquid, and actually Boaster the only man for Fnatic to hold down B site here. Able to kind of slip away, play his life effectively. You can give that one over to Doma, get his ultimate online. Mystic with the Viper's Pit, nothing else available for Fnatic, and we'll have to take a look once it pops back up to see what Liquid have got at their disposal. It's all tied up here, 9 apiece. Yeah, the lockdown, the revive. Nothing else really close yet. Link the closest. Again, this is the sort of round here where I'm expecting Fnatic to maybe switch things up once again. Actually, it's Liquid. They're going to continue with this pace change, yeah.
I guess that ult's a bit of an issue that they can't quite sit cleanly in the post plant, and it cuts off very few avenues of approach, but Yampy's going to try and crack right into it. Doma instantly dedicated himself towards this. There is no full back plan beyond this. This is just straight up all in. This is deathmatch time. How does he get 2? How on earth does Magnum get 2 out of that? I have no idea. There's now 2 alive. Soulcast and Scream. The res is there for Scream, but does he want to try and invent?
Excuse me?
He wasn't even in the ult.
What? I want a list of what Mystic, Durka, and Magnum have had for breakfast today. These guys are hitting.
What?
This is insane.
I don't even know how. Wait.
Okay, dude.
You're having a laugh.
Yeah.
You're having an absolute laugh.
Check Kim.
I wish my spray did that. Like, what?
Check Kim PC, that is. This is just really tough for Liquid to break back into this.
The scoreline still sits so close, but you're right, this should be 11 after the back of this, and this was led by Liquid for so long. And then this resurgence of form from Fnatic. Got to make value out of this for Liquid. You can't just let this be another one go by the wayside. And look at that deep hold towards short as well from the defensive side. Magnum and Mystic sitting super deep on this. Making sure there's no threat to be instantly found. The double stack here as well. Great read, just makes me nervous.
Gonna send the paranoia through here, but no
one's playing
follow-up on it.
Oh, Durka. Durka, that tracking is so good. Honestly, if this was, you know, a different game, if this was VAC rather than Vanguard, I'd be questioning. But right now, these boys are absolutely playing a fire game. The aim is on. But you can see Link and Cryptics aren't exactly backing away either. But it is just Link left alive. And I said they had to do some damage. A Judge, it's not what he wanted. If he got a rifle, maybe more could have been had. Or is that Spike not quite to hand either? Able to pick that one up. Try everything you can, and it's get out of there time. See what you can do with this. You got to fight for your life in this.
Get the hell out of Dodge. Already, both are gonna close the distance here. 2 members on A site gonna remain now. Link forced to play all the way in Boathouse on back site. Actually,
this is everything he's got. He has to play everything on this one. And Fnatic still have utility to play with. They've still got bits and pieces, full rifles, armor's looking pretty on too. There's one of the pieces of utility. There's a second. Link wants to try and dive into this, but ordered away by Hyper. Work coming in, the venom just through the veins though!
No way, Link!
How does he get all 3?
You have got to be kidding me. Link coming up huge in a 1v3.
I was worried about the venom in his veins. It's the ice in this man's veins that comes through. What a clutch. A Red Bull clutch at that. Having to dig so deep when his team needs him.
That is absolute. Thank you for the slow-mo on this one. A beautiful adjustment there from Durka, but this is insane from Link. I don't even think actually Fnatic are even considering the possibility that it's a Judge he's retrieved from A site. Oh my word, that one brings them right back into this, Lauren. Ties things up 10-10.
What a game we have on our hands. Both teams unrelenting. We have ults online for Boaster and Magnum, Scream, and Cryptics. So both of them have some abilities here to work with. We do have the op-out as well for Durka. Full rifles on everyone is what they need. This is the biggest round, and we have once again that set piece on A from this defensive side. Very unique. Boaster tasked with a lot here. Now with this ult coming in, he's already outside of it, but this is a comfy site take and a full retake time basically from the very word go.
I think we've seen Fnatic adjust like this on the back of them having the lockdown available a couple of times. That's a nice little combo with the slow orb and the nano swarm there to do a little bit of chip damage there on Boaster. But we've seen Fnatic back up and play like this, anticipating a lockdown execution from Liquid. There's going to be a full 5v5. The Seekers available, invested early on here in the retake.
Magnum's got a lot of space, actually. Good bit of freedom to start with. We've got 3 at the back of site. This is a really deep post-plant hold. Magnum's cleared out 2 already. There's going to be 3 against him. Cryptic, Soulcast, Link, where are you in this one? Everyone at the back to the wall. They're sitting in the defuse. Durka ain't going to be moving. And Magnum!
Oh,
what a round to find form. 4 for him there. Prime Gaming flawless. I cannot believe not a single kill could have been garnered.
Lord, I think this might be one of the best examples of anti-stratting that we could see across this event right here. Again, the readjustment, Boaster to play solo, anticipating this lockdown. And we've seen this Viper set up a couple of times here, but look at the lineups. The wall goes up to isolate back Boathouse. There's 2 lineups with the snake bites to clear behind double and behind default. The paranoia invested. It's pixel perfect from Fnatic. And we've seen them, they've been leaning back. They've been anticipating this execution from Liquid so many times. And it comes through, and they're so well equipped for it.
I'm cracking the can of Red Bull. I'm ready for this one now. Let's go. 11-10. Both of these teams doing something that I can't imagine. Durka could be forced away from this. Now, it isn't that same double stack. This is a different look. They've gone away from that last piece, maybe predicting more of a, I guess, standard approach considering the purchase coming out from Liquid, or just trying to play a little bit more all-encompassing here.
A couple of weapons across the board to deal with, but it's not comfortable whatsoever for Liquid. Durka again going to be posted up in A heaven here. Cryptic's actually opting to face, going to get a tag. doesn't get traded onto. Doma now got it all to do. Boaster.
Gets another. He's got to know there's someone else around here. He's isolated Link. This is huge work. This could be 12 on the board for Fnatic right here, right now. But there's a rifle with Soulcast, and there's still Scream. If there is Scream alive, there is still a chance, and they're fighting for survival now. This isn't just another map. Fnatic have now pushed the advantage. What can they do? Boaster slowly closing the net as well, just suffocating Liquid in this. And a pause for thought. Durka's got the cross. I don't know how they're going to get through this Boaster. He's creeping around the back line. Scream. That internal clock ticks. He knows it. He does punish Boaster. It's a gateway now. 15 seconds, though. It's a rifle upgrade. They've got to go right here, right now. 10 seconds is all they've got on the cross. Scream needs to make it through. 8 seconds of spikes on the site. Durka wants to deny, though. Finds one. Oh, he's punished Scream, who just showed a little too much leg, and that's going to be the round for Fnatic, no matter which way you cut this.
Insane. You can see Scream just wait so long for Fnatic to fight back in, and they're happy again. I think they read that situation perfectly. They know Scream's still got the revive, and they play that to their advantage. They know that the press is going to be on. If anything, with the control here, Boaster actually nearly caught off guard here, but finds that second kill on Link, and that is massive for Fnatic. Again, to put the brakes on this, slow this round down. Again, they want Scream to wait out this revive. They want him, that paranoia to build. This is it.
This is what they get to come with into this potential final round. It's 12-10. Liquid's tournament life is on the line. Fnatic on the verge of doing the lower bracket run, but a burst out towards main. And Boaster found one big trade, so Link and Yampi digging deep on this. A quick flash will allow the fallback, and it pauses potentially this big springboard moment, and those rifles are unrecoverable for now.
Expect Fnatic to defend these, not allow them to retrieve them. Another flash going to come through, and again, this is just all information. Fnatic can hold the line as they are for the time being. Boaster actually going to post up in a little off angle here. Aldrone will spot him, but he's still going to get a kill. Yampi
he played that so well on the timing. It's all down to 2 in this moment. Link and Soulcast charged with the weight of Liquid on their shoulders now. Magnum on one side, Boaster on the other. There is no way in. There is no further step forward. Link is being worked down from every single angle. Utility on top of utility. 28 HP. And no matter how bad he wants this, no matter how hard he just wants to get to that site, the odds are stacked so heavily against him. And he knows it. No one's giving him any quarter here. As the seconds dwindle down, he's going to find Magnum. He's given it everything, but I can't imagine a better player to close it out for Fnatic. Boaster to take Fnatic forward in 2.